Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday morning? How are you? Am I live? Yeah, I should be live here. I think we're zoomed in. No, we were zoomed out. There we go. You guys can see a little bit better now. Hope all is well. Gonna be a warm day today in Ottawa. Good morning, Gerald. How are things with you? It's gonna be -2 today, which for January is very warm. Very warm indeed. There's something I wanted to do this morning. I'm trying to think of what we're supposed to do before continuing this video. You're good? That's good. How's it going, Johnny? -4. -4 is reasonable. -4 is very reasonable. Do I have news from yesterday? No, I don't. So Banggood didn't reach back out after I answered their email, so I don't know if they want to send me anything. Bought a book. God, I didn't do too much yesterday. Sunny day for a change. Yeah, we had the sun poke out for like 5 minutes yesterday, and it was like, felt weird. It didn't feel correct. I would love to do a little bit of simple electronics. See what I did there? Before we move into doing our thing for the day. What do we do that's simple? Let's see. Downright balmy +2. Yeah, you're in a warmer section. I am envious. The wife and I have always thought about the possibility of moving south to southern Ontario. This is my box of kits. I didn't remember that I had to make this guy. So that's going to be a thing we're going to do at some point. Oh, that's interesting. They use a component reel. Oh, hold on. I'm going to flashbang you guys. Watch your eyes. There you go. They use a component reel to store the components, which is a reelception because there's components on a reel inside this reel. Oh, look at this thing. It's tiny. I don't think I've ever opened this box. Look at that. Tiny surface mount. 555 timer. Coolies. We're not soldering this. There's too many components for this morning. Yeah, meta reels. Not like meta. Remember this thing? Long-time viewers. Do have a multimeter kit to assemble. Have to finish the LED clock. This is like 7-segment displays of individual 0603 LEDs, which I've all soldered by hand so far. There is a tube amplifier kit. Don't know if it actually uses the tubes to amplify. Morning lock. Yes, it is a Tesla coil. Oh, I have it in my hands. I'm like looking for it. It does has some corona discharge on the tip. Very, very fine wire there. Let's put this, oh, line following robot. What is this? Some sort of kit with the wire poking out. Looks like a radio or a walkie-talkie or something. This is just a soldering practice kit. Could have used this 2 weeks ago. Okay, I don't really have any kits to assemble. I would really like to film the... yeah, me too. I would really like to film the Dummy 13 video, but it's too big for my workbench. So I have to clean out sort of the over there workbench. Got a good stretch in. That's good. Cable management. Got a printer that I took apart. Okay, well, I don't know if there's very much that we can do, so we might have to just jump into it. Let's see where we were at. Oh, I can solder these pins onto here. So I can do that. That's not too bad. Discrete 6502. I don't know. Maybe. I've got the, I charged up the turbo blower overnight because at some point I'm going to install my 5070 Ti graphics card. And I am not going out to the garage to start the compressor. Hell no. I've got to blow the dust out of the computer somehow. Okay, so this is the transmitter, so it needs down here these guys. You know what? I'm liking this. Putting the bins. Oh, they definitely put out the 741 op amp. 100%. But I don't know about the 6502. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, they definitely put out the op amp. I paid a small fortune for those kits. Being a Canadian means that everything costs a fortune to ship to you because everything comes from the States. Okay, how do we do this now? I do have an idea. Don't know if it'll work. But if we just put one of these, no, it's not gonna. Hang on here. Maybe it'll work. So we grab this, being very careful not to knock off these capacitors. And then we grab this and we put it like so. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. Might just have to do them one at a time. I need to make experiments to see if I can just tighten up those holes a little bit so that pin headers will fit a little tighter. I can do it like this too. Or I'll just use a little bit of blue tack. Feels much warmer down here now that the temperature has climbed. Let's see what it is. 19.6. Look at that humidity though. We're in a basement. There's no freaking humidity. My hands are near it now. So let me just I'll let it sit over here. Alrighty. Let's do some soldering. Do you guys have solder projects you guys do just for fun? Is there like stuff do you buy kits? Used to buy a lot of kits. That's one. I feel like soldering is fun, but what I really need to do is learn to weld. Where do you get your kits, Gerald? Do you get them from AliExpress? Do you get them locally? Amazon? Just looked it up. It's not a kit yet. 4,000 components, 167 LEDs. Wow. Functional projects. Most of my functional projects would involve big power electronics and stuff like that. Like, I still want to control my my trolling motor with GPS and all that stuff, but that requires quite a bit of work to get it done. And I don't know if I can, like, if I can put 40 amps through a motor controller. It's a lot. Universal solder. One from Robot Shop. Ooh, nice. I think, so I have a friend who's in high school education, and he said he ordered through Robot Shop quite a bit. I'd love to work at these stores. If nothing else, just for the inspiration, right? You're around the stuff all day. You can browse inventory and stuff. Talk to like-minded individuals. Yeah, definitely. Velman kit, the LED buddy. the LED buddy. Let's see. Velmin LED buddy. Oh, that's very cool. Oh, that's very, very cool. Look at that. No stock. Is it discontinued? Nope. 20 bucks. 200 in stock. Amazon. Cannot be shipped. Okay. Fine. Be that way. None on Amazon.ca. That sucks. There's co.uk. £14.38. It's a real problem if you're trying to, yeah. Yeah, I get it. 2 to 26 milliamps, current consumption 40 milliamps. 9-volt battery not included. I have one Velmin kit here. Cheaper in the end from the UK, yeah, probably. Where is my Velmin kit? I don't know where it's gone off to. It's disappeared. It's part of my New Year's video plan. I bought it at Q-Kits. It was expensive, but I wasn't gonna like visit Q-Kits and not buy anything. That would have been silly. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere around here. Pie-Maroni. I want to do local pickup for Pie-Maroni. Will they let me? No, buy a pie. Buy a pie. Let me see. Ugh. Buyapie.ca. Clearance. Oh, it's called pieshop.ca now. That's pretty nice. 10 bucks for PLA. That is cheap. Huh. Must be crap quality though. Because there's somewhere in the West End on Colonnade. I don't know if that if that's considered West End. Oh, it's like South Nepean. Yeah, there it is. Buyapie.ca. So I mean, they're in the same city as me. I can go drive to them. Does not offer in-person sales. Oh. Oh, you can pick it up. Okay. Can do pickups. So what's a Raspberry Pi cost these days? Best selling. $87 for a 4. Are we at 5? Yeah, 5. There we go. 140 bucks. Great results with the Sunlu PLA Plus, nicely wound as well. So far, I've been buying the Elegoo consumables because they are incredibly cheap. They are the cheapest I can find so far. So the Rapid PLA Plus, Rapid PETG Plus, regular PLA Plus, the Galaxy filament. Look at this for the Canadian tax. Pi Zero W, 22 bucks. So in the end, 22 times 1.13, so 25 bucks. $13.99 US Amazon. Let's see. $22.79. Close. That's close. Oh, I found some cheaper stuff. Oh, it's not PLA Plus though. We get the PLA matte for 19 bucks. Oops. So it's $13.65. High speed PLA for 20. ABS for 19. It's not bad. Some sort of decline here. The Pi Store, US, looks like a good store as well. Nice. I wonder if the guys would want to do an interview. Okay, the humidity has settled in. 15.5% humidity. 16 now because I'm touching it. It is dry down here. Has it declined enough? No, not yet. Soon, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I think I recently... By the way, welcome, Adam. Adam, right? Sorry, I am name blind. I'm like completely... So it's very hard for me to remember names. Adam. So it was Adam. Okay. So it gives me anxiety when I'm like, I feel like I know your name. Just say AJ. Okay, that's good. I feel like I know your name. I feel like I know someone's name. Like it has nothing to do with you. And then I go out on a limb and I say it. And then I get anxiety like, uh-oh, was that the right name? My brain also does double things. So when I'm like, okay, work starts at 8, so I need to leave at 7. right? Like that's my mentality. Work starts at 8, I have to leave the house at 7. But then like hours later, I'll be like, okay, 7, so I need to leave at 6. So my brain will double the like the interval that I wanted to keep. It's very, very weird. I don't like it at all. Same thing is when I do like, when I'm doing coding, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to multiply this number by -1 to get a negative number. And then later on in the code, I'm like, oh yeah, I need a negative number, so I need to multiply by -1. So I do double. I think my brain is broken. Also, I'm finding out now that I have high blood pressure. So that's going to be magical when I talk to my doctor. I got a doctor's appointment soon, so who knows, maybe I'll have to do exercise. Your brain is blanking on an H-bridge circuit. That's not too bad because you can refer to it, right? These are all soldered up. Oh, I'm missing one component here, which is the 4-pin female header. Where is my female header? Also, I am knocking on. I realize, like Franco, that you are. Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah. AJ's from the future. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm knocking on 40 years old now. I'm getting very close to 40. For those of you that are like, you know, close to 40 and above, I have a question for you. Do you get the sense that you, as you get older, you have a harder time understanding what people are trying to explain to you? Because this is a phenomenon that that is affecting me, but also some other people have told me it affects them. So I'm just curious, those of you that are, you know, let's say 35 up, is this something that affects you? Yes, that's because the younger generations are getting dumber. I disagree with that. I actually pretty strongly disagree with that. I believe that they have more on their plate for the most part. I went back to university in, I went to university as an adult in 2013. How old would I have been in 2013? Hang on a sec. I don't care. Let's see. $25? Never mind, I wasn't that old. Okay. Never mind. But anyways, I was older. I already had a career when I went to university. And I'll tell you, the youths, they were working their butts off. They were good shit. It was like, it was really the kids are going to be all right type situation. The only thing is that shit is stacked against them, sadly. I mean, shit is stacked against all of us, but the youth more than normal. To resit your English exam. If I was in a more comfortable situation, like let's say YouTube, I don't know if I had a harder time having something explained. You have less patience. Oh yeah. Okay. Morning, Franco. If I'll put this way. If doing YouTube allowed me to work 20 hours a week, you know, that's what YouTube took, and I made 60,000 Canadian dollars a year from YouTube. So if those two conditions were met, I would 100% go to university. I would like, no hesitation, I would go to university. I think education is great, and the only reason that I'm doing self-teaching things like coding is because I can't afford to go to university. There's the money cost, which I can get loans for, but there's the time cost too. I can't dedicate, you know, the amount of hours I would need to do university. But if I was making a modest amount of money on YouTube, like let's say YouTube gave me my sole income, I would accept a $60,000 income per year, and I would go to university. Ottawa has a phenomenal university here, Ottawa University, and yeah, I would do that. Probably electronics engineering. I'd love to do mechanical engineering, but I don't know if I could. But yeah, definitely. Okay, so that works. Are we ready to film a little section? Let's grab the mics. I would be totally fine, by the way, being a lifetime student. I love learning. I really do like learning. Thank you, Franco. Appreciate your contribution. Here we go. That should do. Let's see what it looks like on camera. You do electrical engineering, but dabble at times in the mechanical arts. Your company does all trades, and we all share in what we have to get done. Sometimes I have to do a bit of plumbing on smaller projects. Yeah, that's really cool. Are you talking to me, AJ? My Discord channel? I don't have a Discord channel. I can barely keep up already. Okay, so let's try this. It might sound like ass. This will be the first recording of the day, so. No, I have a super secret Discord channel. But there's only a select few in there. And I think at one time there was like a membership drive, but I think we're just a cozy community now. People have bothered me to make a Discord channel. People have asked me to. I just don't know if I can handle any more social media. You know what I mean? Like, I have my channel comments, and if I make a Discord, it would you know, add too much. Maybe you don't have a Discord channel yet. There we go, AJ, you got it. I would consider making a creator Discord for people who, you know, make stuff and put it on the internet. I just think that the general public are a little overwhelming for the most part. They don't understand that this is a one-way street. Like you guys are different. You guys are here like every day. You guys are not included in that general public. But like someone who watched all my videos would be tempted to talk to me as if we're good friends. But the truth is, I don't even know who they are. I have no idea who these people are. And that is a little bit of a problem because it's like, it's awkward. It's very it's very one-sided. So yeah, let's get this thing soldered. So I've saved you the boredom of soldering the transmitter. It's exactly the same, but I brought you back for the things that are different. So the capacitor is actually set in its actual spot, which is good because then we can use these holes to solder on this through-hole module. I use the through-hole module on the transmitter because typically transmitters are handheld. The size doesn't really matter. I also saved you the boredom of installing these pins. So let's install the NRF24L01 module itself. And this is a little bit of a faff. However, the pins are very long. So you can generally just let it hang by the pins and then solder in one of the pins to anchor it, straighten it out, and then solder the rest. So here we go. Get that straight-ish. That should be nicely tacked in place, and then move on to the others. And then we can trim those down. The last part, a little bit of a faff as well, is getting this pin header here soldered in. And it's kind of like wrong-sided for me, but I'll try to do it anyways. So it's one of these. So I chose the female header. You can use whatever you like, angled, straight, or you can solder right to the holes. I just like this to be modular, so I can steal the cable for another project. So I'll use a little bit of blue tack here. This is an old trick I learned from watching Julian Eilert all those years ago. He's still making videos, by the way. Should check out his channel. And we're going to solder one. Make sure that's straight. And then solder the rest. And we should be ready to put in the code. All right, that was a good take. Let's see. You got your own channel in Brian Locke's Discord. Does Brian Locke still make videos? I have not kept up with the makers. I hope he does. Time zone's confusing. Dan, do you ever use any solder flux other than the built-in flux on your solder? Almost never. I have this like paste flux. I thought I was showing it to the YouTubers, but I'm showing it to you guys. So I have a couple of tubes of these, and look how little I've used. I use it for reflowing mostly. So yeah, not really. No, I don't really use it. There should be a magnetic mat somewhere where I can trim. I have nothing against flux. It's just I find here's a hot take. I find it's not needed. I know a lot of people get upset at the very thought of not using flux. Brian gave up the YouTube career. That's sad. But the thing is, Brian is just, he's such a smart guy. Like, I hope he's happy where he's working because he is brilliant. Also, like, I find, like, on a clean board with good solder, not an issue, the reflow makes sense. Yeah, I also use really good solder. This was bought by a Patreon patron. I had it on my wish list, and he did a Christmas gift with a bunch of like a silicone mat and all sorts of stuff that I had on my wish list. But yeah, so this is 23 gauge, 2.2% flux, 6040 lead solder, and I don't know how many years I've been using this. He sent it to me years ago, and I was like nervous switching from this solder. This is my cheap Chinesium solder. Again, 6337 with flux core 2%. And I love this stuff. I used to get this stuff very, very cheap. This has climbed in price. But I was like, I don't want to use the good solder for doing shitty projects. So I was using the shit solder, which I actually like. This is actually really good solder. And I was just like, oh, fuck it. I'll just use this stuff. And honestly, I've been using it and using it and using it, and it doesn't feel like it's going down. Like, if I have a scale, this is supposed to be 1 pound. I can check how much it weighs. I don't know where my scale went. But yeah, so that's the deal. If this roll were to wear out, like if I were to end up finishing this, I would buy another one. And it's not even that expensive. Let me just check. Like, it's a big outset cost. Let's see. 6040 solder. I don't know if you can still get it. Ooh. Oh God. It went way up in cost. It's like 40 bucks for a half pound. Uh-oh. MG solder. I don't know if I can get a full pound anymore. 6337 is 55 bucks for a pound. Uh, 6337, the smaller one that I have, is 80 bucks for a pound. Okay, the exact one I have there, no, that's bigger. I don't know if I can get the exact one anymore. Uh-oh, 0.32. They don't sell the exact one anymore. Ooh, Weller sells a higher percentage solder. They sell a 3.5% flux solder Maybe I'll try that next. Back when you were doing copier service, Canon Recall required some resoldering some connectors. They provided us with flux and silver solder. Still have some of that. Nice. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was browsing Amazon Canada on my logged in account. So, professional YouTuber, folks. Okay, let me just confirm that this is all... Oh, looks like one is maybe not soldered. Yeah. Oh, look at that pin. Pin 1 there is not soldered. This looks soldered though. Look at that pin. People are going to call me out in the video for being a shit solderer. That's okay. Just reflow the pins. Oh, I didn't finish snipping these. You guys distracted me. I blame you. I blame you. Ugh. You have flux. So always over flux. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If I was having issues... okay, how about this? If I was using lead-free, I would probably also use flux a lot. But the thing is with the lead solder, just the built-in flux works for me. And that's the other thing, right? The key word here is it works for me. You do you, man. Like I tell my students, like you're like when my students learn to solder, to fix wires, usually wire to wire. And I say, look, it looks like ass, but I'm giving you an A. And the reason why I'm giving you an A is because this repair will outlast the car. You did a fine repair. If you want an A+, then you can strive to make the solder less, more beautiful. But the truth is, if you were fixing, lights underneath a dash, this repair would outlast the car. And I think it's important to sort of it's important to like zoom out a little bit into what you're really doing here. Like if my goal is to make sure that this board is electrically conductive, I've done that, right? And lead-free absolutely does work. It's harder. It's just more difficult, that's all. Once you get the hang of it, it's fine. Like almost all consumer products, I think all consumer products today are soldered with lead-free. Like my graphics card will work, right? I hope actually, but things like that. My computer works. Silver solder with add-on flux worked excellent. They required silver solder on the recall due to the strength. Yeah, there's that stuff. And, they're under some ROHS requirements. I get it. But, like, the amount of lead on this board is so tiny, it's negligible. In the long term, it breaks down. I mean, sort of, in the very long term. It's quite a long term. I'm like excited now to make hangers for these, because these drawers are actually very useful. So I'm probably going to build a little section over here, put these bins in. Okay, so what do we do now? I guess we need to put the code in them and then give them a test. I'll do the live test on camera. I really should have printed another one of these. So someone remind me, please, after we're done recording for the day, to set up a print, to print a couple of soldering vices. I think I'm going to print them in ABS. Probably going to print them in this ABS, because this ABS is, it's pretty shit. I don't like the color. It ended up like a brown instead of black. It has sparkles in it, but the sparkles barely show. It just looks like specks of dust. Not happy with this ABS, so I'll probably use that to print the print these vices. So yeah, probably gonna print a few of them, because I do like it for irregular boards sitting like that. I mean, I think it is what it is. I think the scaremongering is a little overblown for lead-free solder. Like, we've been lead-free on consumer products for how long now? How long has it been since the general switch to lead-free solder in consumer products? Mid-2000s, so over 20 years. And it started emerging in the 1990s. The reason why we use lead solder in automotive is because the lead is more flex tolerant. Components in cars are under so much stress. They're always vibrating. They are thermally expanding and contracting. They're never like steady. They're never steady state. So we use lead solder in automotive because of those constraints. Same thing in the boating world. Same deal. But yeah. I mean, I use lead solder. I'm not afraid of lead solder. I ain't afraid of no ghost. All right, so this is the receiver. So I'm just going to boot it up. There we go. It is booted. These are reclaimed microcontrollers, so they should work. Big should there. Big should. We're just waiting for this to load. That's the TX, Open Recent V4 RX. And then Open Recent V4 TX. I'll close that. PCTG filament. Let me check the price of that. Kind of expensive, PCTG. Canadian Copex, it's $67. roll, but once it gets more popular, for sure we're gonna see more adoption, and the price will come down. I see that Sunlu has Pet G for $53.19. 53.19 for 4 rolls. That's $13.30 a roll. Let me see if the Elegoo is cheaper. The Elegoo is more expensive. Huh. That is interesting. Good to know. Wow, there's some cheap Pet G for $50. $50 for 4 kilograms. $12.50 Canadian. That is dirty cheap. That is like incredibly cheap. Ooh, hold on a sec. I'm gonna grab the link for this. Here, if you guys wanna check it out for yourselves. So check this out. Glass fiber reinforced Pet G. Ooh la la. That looks fancy. I wonder if Elegoo has a slicer setting for it. It's not a bad price if it's like super strong, because I am building like very shortly. I'm going to be building parts for my outboard, and then parts for my boat, essentially. Prepare. What do they call it? Pet G? Glass fiber Pet G. Pet G GF. Oh yeah, here it is. They have Pet G carbon fiber and Pet G glass fiber. Okay. Oh, no, it's a full kilo. Okay. Do they have carbon fiber? They do. It's expensive. PAHT. So PAHT with carbon fiber. Prints at 290 Celsius. Wow. But here's the Pet G with the carbon fiber. Wow. It's not very strong. It's more of a hype. I mean, I would... PETG GF. Let's see if Thomas Senlander had looked at it. Let's can I say don't recommend? He's in a Cybertruck. Yeah. Where's the do not recommend? I don't want to report him. He's not doing anything wrong. I just don't want him. Just don't want to be recommended. Third. Whatever. Wait. Something with layers? What's his new thing called? Made with layers. Nope. Has he been making videos recently? 10 days ago. Yeah, I guess he didn't do... Oh. What's the most rigid filament? I don't want rigid, though. I want strong. Oh, God. I guess I'm going to have to do my own testing. Okay, enough with this. Receiver, right? Let's see if it works. So that one's flashed. Yes, I'm getting distracted, Franco, but that's kind of what I do here. Also, I'm almost done my second coffee. And since I'm having high blood pressure, I'm just going to plugging in the second thing here. Boot. Since I have high blood pressure, I think my third coffee will be a decaf today. And I'm very happy about that. Yay. I think I just stabbed myself with a glass fiber. Upload this shit. Compiling. Reticulating splines. Reticulating splines. Patreon. Let's check if we got any new Patreons while I'm waiting. No. No new patrons. Also, let's check if... hang on a sec. Let's check if this channel is any closer to getting monetization. Which I don't think so. Earn. No. We are so far. We still need another 193 subscribers and another 1,500 watch hours before we get memberships. So that's a no. That's a no, dog. All right. Grab this, put it over here. these two like so. Solder can go over here. So that's good. Okay. Now, we need to, ground is towards outside. We need to get a couple more servos. So we need to do that. I could grab, you know what would be impressive? Oh, this thing is full of dust. It's embarrassing. But I could use these servos. So that would be more impressive. Okay, let's keep this in mind. But is it a good source though, JB? I want it to be someone I can trust, reputable. If you say it's a good source, I'll believe you, but if you just found him in the search, that's it's not someone I'm looking for. Okay, here is another servo. Jesus Christ. There we go. Why was that so tight? We need one more. Preferably not a broken one. There we go. 3 servos. I think I'm actually going to secure these down to something. So I'm probably going to grab an old PCB. I trust his testing procedure. Okay. Valid. Several aspects of it more than CNC Kitchen used to do. Nice. Stefan here with CNC Kitchen, right? That was Stefan? Am I thinking of the right YouTuber? Okay, let's glue these down to something. One of these. Should have my glue gun around here somewhere. Here it is. Nice. Oh shit, I forgot I was supposed to buy more glue sticks, but I did not. Again, I'm like name blind. I have like issues remembering people's names. So I like Stefan's content, but would I bet $1 billion that his channel name was CNC Kitchen? Nope. Not even a little. PLA supports for PETG print. Nice. That is a feature from the fact that you have a tool changer, right? Because you can do it with multiple, with like a filament changer, but it's just not as efficient. It's like really inefficient, in fact. You know what would be really crazy? If I looked at the footage of this running and my mic is all garbled because the mic uses 2.4 gigahertz. I sure hope not. I'll tell you, a Prusa is a machine that I would love to try out. Not a machine I would love to pay for. I really wish for the price they would have crammed some more features in. Because I love the idea of supporting, you know, hardworking Europeans and having stuff developed and built there. I love all that. Love it. What I don't love is that for that same price, you don't get, which is essentially a made in China webcam. I think that's like disappointing. That's a disappointing decision because the additional cost would have been negligible. Pretty disappointing. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, we need to repin these, so let's pin them while we're doing it. So we need to pin, so usually a servo has the power in the middle and then ground and signal on the outsides, and I messed up my pinning. So I need to swap the signal and the power. That smell of hot glue. How's it going, Pardon? Closure for your Meanwhile power supply. Finally putting up your old projects on the shelf in the office. Very nice. I want to build a display case, a small one, and I'm going to put my retiring RTX 3070 into it. And the reason why I am retiring it is because I don't want to sell it because it's my backup. So I'm going to put it on display somewhere. Plus I have the Founders Edition. And I think those cards are pretty. So you get red on the outside. Welcome to the stream, Parton, if you're still here. This is my productivity space. So I make, this is the behind the scenes of the videos I make on my main channel, youtube.com/simpleelectronics. So this is where I build, where I literally film the videos. that go onto the main channel. The only videos I won't film here are like NDA protected ones or whatever. So essentially you get a first look at what's coming down the pipeline. That's going to smash into the other one. Yeah, for sure it will. So let's put this, I guess we can change the screw here. So yeah, if you're wondering how come these streams are not like super well organized or whatever, that's the reason. Okay, so that is done. Let's grab another one of these and secure these things to it. So we'll secure sort of this one. Kind of like so. And need a bigger blob for this one. Kind of like so. That may not work. Let's tack weld it. There, that should be enough. These things, we might have to put them on different ends. No, I need it tight for the framing. That's why. Like it all has to fit in the camera frame. Because we have a lot of things. We have to fit this, these two, and this. All right. Set this down over here. Okay, so I need to make adapters for these two things. I really should have used female headers here, but I did not. So we're just going to use male to male. Sorry. Female to female wires on there. It would be nice to make little, excuse me, extensions, but it is what it is. All right, so we need some long female to female. That's female to male. Don't know if we have any long female to female. I have a couple. Here's a 3-pin. That is nice. Okay, that works out perfectly for one of these. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4, so we need 2 more. One, two, three, 4. Here's the 4 we need. Excelente. Okay, good. Now, this stuck properly. Yep, this too. That's stuck properly. Now we're gonna stick these to the bench too. Once we find out the spacing we need. All right, so the 3. We're gonna go, how are these spaced out? 3v3 and ground on the outside. So like this, 3v3 is purple and ground is white. So here, 3v3 is purple, ground is white, and then our signal is the gray. Good. Now, this is ground and power. So we're going to go ground and power. Jesus Christ, these things don't accept pins. Did you ever see a DuPont that won't go onto a pin? Okay, then you've got XY. X, whoop. X and Y. Come on. There we go. Jesus Christ. That was a doozy. So we've got ground and power. And then X and Y. So there's the connections here. Okay. So that's good. And then servos. Ground is on the outside, on the outside, on the outside. Two servo wire connections are on the outside, on the outside, on the outside. Okay, good. Now we're going to stick these. Had to shove a needle up it. Ugh. Let's check the framing, live view. Oh, zoom out, way out. There we go. All right, so servos down here. Stick that down there. You don't get the reference. That's okay. It's a Eminem song. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Showing my age here. Guess who's back? Back again. Dan is back. Phone a friend. My good old childhood. Okay. I didn't do this properly. So let's reframe this. I didn't need as much space as I thought. So this can go up way on top of the frame, like there. This can go way on top of the frame, like there. You did get the, there we go. Friendly Giant, right? It's a little bit before my time, but I did catch some of the episodes as a kid. This way. Right on your time, yeah. You're not that much older than me then, because it was still on TV when I was just a youngin, just a youngin. Okay, so this will indeed reach here, and this is plugged in, question mark? No, it is not. Oh, that would have been embarrassing. Professional YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Like so. Okay, I think we're ready to go. CH1116. No, we're gonna not do continuous autofocus here. Info. Info. The I? Yeah. AF single. I. Okay. So I got it all set up here and ready to go. I've got a couple of analog inputs going to the transmitter. I also hooked up a screen. This is a CH1116. Yeah, CH1116 OLED. I made a little jumper for it. It fits into that female header we installed earlier. And on the receiving end, I've just got 3 little servos here that'll demo the fact that these are going over to this. A little bit of notes on the code. It is bit-banging SPI, and I think that was the issue with me trying to use these Raspberry Pi RP2040 chips to run this NRF24L01. I believe hardware SPI is much too fast to make it work. This is the only way I managed to make it work. Also, the OLED is doing hardware I2C, but it is doing it very slow. It's at the 100 kilohertz rate, and it's only updating every 1/5 of a second or so because we want the Raspberry Pi to be doing its work with grabbing all the values. So this is going to be the first time I plug it in. You can ask my live viewers over on the live stream channel and they will tell you that this is true. This is the first time I plug it in. So now the servos are active. There we go. They have a sort of a neutral position. And then when you plug in the transmitter, big moment. Okay, so here is what we're reading on the three analog inputs. And if I move this, so I'll try to move this in the y-axis. So we've got a servo moving there, and you see it responds pretty well too. And then we're going to try moving on the X. So you see that works, and it should work for blended. Yep. If I go slow, these servos are pretty crap, so they don't have like the greatest response, but as you can see, it does work. And then here I have a slide pot set to this one. And yeah, it does work. It does go smoothly, and it does respond as quickly as a servo can. And we can do simultaneous 3 servo movements. So there we go. This is the completed project. This is the first time in Simple Electronics history that a NRF24L01 is talking to another microcontroller successfully, and you know, everything is actually working. So mission accomplished. And now in the next, you know, upcoming months, I will be working on improving the code and sort of like understanding how it works. If you're interested in these boards, you can get these boards to experiment with at the link below from PCBWay. Buy from PCBWay if you can, to support creators like myself. The code will be available on GitHub. All the affiliate links in the description are also very helpful. You don't have to use them, but I do recommend you do. Any comments, questions, anything you want to know about this project, leave them in the comments down below. I'm feeling really proud today, and I hope you are happy for me too. Thanks for watching. Ta-da! Yeah, sorry, that was a piece to camera. These are my babies. I love these things. These are the Waveshare RP2040 Zeros, and in fact, these are clones of the Waveshare RP2040 Zero. So there's the RP2040 on the back, and yeah, there it is. So tiny little board, like honestly tiny. Let's see. I don't know if you're American or if you live, you know, in the civilized world, but that's the American measurements. So 7/8 of an inch by, what is that? 3/4. And in the civilized world, that is about 23, I'm reading it off the monitor here, 23 mil by about 18 mil. So a lot of power, dual core microcontroller in the tiny, tiny little footprint. You have access to all the pins. So you've got 2 rows, right? 1 and 2, 2 rows. Then you got this bottom row. Then on the bottom here, you probably can't see, oh yeah, you can see those pads. Those are your other pins. So you get all of the same pins you get from a Pi Pico, but you have to solder on those tiny little pins to get access to them. STM32, I am pretty envious of you, because I would love to work with STM. It's just not my, it's not in my prerogative for now. But here we go. We've wrapped the video. It's a wrap. So that's good. Next things next. We are going to load up filament into the 3D printer. So I'm actually going to do that. Let me turn on 3D printer so we can access it through the web, so I can put you guys on the video. Okay, hang on a sec here. Running over. And we are going to put filament in the printer, and we're going to print. We're going to print some stuff. I'm also going to plug in the buck boost converter, because I'm going to use the filtering fans for sure. Okay. Back here. So let me, thank you, Locke. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all for being here. This is I am not shy to say that the reason I get anything done is because you guys are here. All right, so let's, oh, it's not connected yet. Maybe it's a little slow starting this morning. There we go. The machine is idle. Going to turn on the chamber lighting. Ta-da! We are going to heat the bed. Well, we're going to heat it to 90 just to start warming up the chamber. Chamber's at 16 degrees Celsius. Yep, Centauri carbon, correct. I have a Voron 0.2 that I built on stream. I love it, but the Centauri is like ready to go out of the box. Different beast altogether. Okay, so let's go and swap in some filament. Had to sneeze. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll put away my mics after. You guys are seeing this, right? Yes, you are. So there's not going to be a lot to see because I'm just swapping filaments, but I didn't reset up my camera over on this end of the shop, so you guys don't get to see much. I need to set up a mini PC so I can have more camera inputs. Frame issues? No, I haven't actually tested squareness, so that could be a reason why. Extruder, unload. So right now I have Rapid PLA Plus in the barrel. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it works really well. I would have loved to buy a Bambu Lab H2D or whatever, H2C. But the truth is, the channel doesn't bring in enough money, and that's fine. Like I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna print some vices. I'm gonna at least start the print. Let me turn on the air filtering here. I'm gonna turn on the air filtering in the chamber. Yeah, so I'm not trying to say that like my channel deserves more money. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. What I'm trying to say is it simply doesn't make any business sense to buy a X1 carbon or a X or the newer carbon at that price when the X1 the Elegoo here will do very similar things at a much lower price. Like the price delta doesn't make sense for what I'm doing. I guess does that make sense? I may not be able to do engineering filaments in here, but then again, I might be able to. I don't actually know that for a fact. So swapping in now will be some Sparkle Galaxy Black ABS Plus from Sparta 3D. Love their purple Galaxy stuff. Don't love their black Galaxy stuff. Because it's gray. It's not really black. I have some Elegoo ASA here, which is like pitch black, which is awesome. Okay, feeding that in. This should load. Get in there. Once this is loaded and the vise starts printing, then we're going to take a coffee break, and I'm going to have decaf because I'm going to try to Make sure my blood pressure isn't too high. Getting old. Not great, folks. Not great. We're at 190 degrees C. $212. That's, if it was Fahrenheit, it'd be the boiling level of water, but it's not. It's not Fahrenheit, Celsius. Because we lived in the civilized world. 240 C. Actually, I say we live in the civilized world, but Canada is like such a mismatch of imperial and metric. Like my height, I don't know it in metric. Know it in imperial. So Canada is like in a state of disarray when it comes to metric and imperial. We're just kind of, you kind of got to be here to understand it. Okay, I think that's completed. That's good. All right, I want to make sure that our heated bed is still at 90. It is not. We're at 90, trying to get the chamber temperature up a little bit. Need that flow chart of units. Yeah, absolutely. Elevated blood pressure. Luckily, have some decent medications. Yeah, apparently it's not the end of the world. But honestly, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys and with my doctor, I don't exercise enough. It's that simple. I need to do some exercise. My diet's not great, but it's winter. It's very hard to get greens. Especially, yeah. So that's difficult, but it's mostly my problem is I should exercise more. Soldering a vise. Is it vise like this? Yeah, I think it's S. Okay. So what do we got? What do we have? What do you say? So let's go by most popular. This one looks okay. Let's take a look. That's not what I meant to do. I'm not feeling it. Narrow base, got to use a bolt. Not feeling it. What else we got? Small soldering vise. Okay, 3D printed threads. I'm liking that. Not a lot of photos. Let's go makes. Looks okay. Not a big base. Oh, that's it? Maybe I just put vise. Oh, that's really cool. A bit more complicated than what I want to get into. See, that looks more like what I'm looking at, but that's a lot of parts to print. Always zaps you when you upload to printables. I'm at the top of the list for about 10 seconds, then 50 more projects show up. Your lock watcher. Stargate puzzle. Oh, very cool. Puzzle gift box 5. 3 times the fun. Is that intentional? Is this an MMU print? Do I need multi-material for this? That looks really cool. HO scale house and garage. Very cool. Puzzle gift box 2. Tines. Okay, yeah, so it's intentional misspelling. Nice. I like it. No multicolor. That's what I meant. You make some cool stuff. You make a lot of stuff. Alrighty, pardon. Have a good one. I'm noticing a pattern. I think you might be a fan of Star Trek. I'm just trolling. You definitely look like a Stargate fan. These pipe sizing gauges actually are super cool. Yeah, I was trolling you. I know, Stargate. Cool. Cool stuff. Why is this? This is not Vice. Vice? Vase. That's Vice. That's Vice. This is Vase. This is not going well. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice one. This I'm into. Do you get Prusa filament from your prints? Do you get like rewards? The HO house is the one you grew up in. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so what do we're going to download this one. Shoot you over here. Download all model files. Wait, what? Hang on a sec. Something's wrong here. There's the insert, thumb knob, the printed spindles, but where's the other pieces? Knob, spindle, 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 spindle. There's no vise. There's everything but the vise. Dang nammit. We need to print a vise or else I'm not getting coffee. Well, okay, let's go PCB vise. Let's see if we go PCB vise. Oh, here we go. We've got some stuff. Rubber band vise. Close. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I've seen these. Sprung PCB vise. Don't want rubber bands. Okay, maybe you guys can help me. You haven't used them yet. So she has, give me a second here. I'm trying to see. She has these vices. These vices. See that? These PCB holders. I kind of want some of them. Look at the design. It's pretty cool. I probably have it somewhere. I think it would be a lot of trouble to look for. See if this is still, bed still at 90. Bed still at 90. We're rising our chamber temperatures. Huh. So it looks like this is like the closest. This is pretty good. It's got 3D printed screws, which is nice. 601 downloads. That's it. Okay, let me check Thingiverse. PCB holder? Okay, okay. You're right. It doesn't have to necessarily be a vice. Yeah, I'm not feeling any of these designs. Like this is good, but that's just a solid clamp in a hole. Yeah, not seeing anything. Let's go vice. See, like something like this, simple. This machine vice is fancy. Oh, here, this is the, this is exactly the vice I have. 2-inch desktop vice. Ooh, nano vice. Okay, this is exactly it. We will print this one. Let me just download. Let me just, Elegoo's already open, which is nice. Downloads. Oh, my C drive is filling up. I need to transfer some files. Zip extract to. Here we go. Files. Huzzah! No. All right. Back to the screen. All right. So, does that print like that? Oh, that's cool. Are these all pre-oriented? They are. Okay. So, let's clone 3, clone 3, clone 3. There we go. We're going to have a butt ton of vices. Oh, actually, there's something. Mine is different. Look at the jaw here. There's no horizontal cutout. Where's mine? Here. Mine is the horizontal cutout. You can't, there we go. I'd much prefer one with a horizontal cutout. Because for holding PCBs, that's kind of necessary. Okay, relevant. Let's go most makes. So that's the one we saw. Actually, if we go to this one, maybe there's a remixes. There we go. This one has the horizontal cut. Without backlash. Soft jaw pads. Okay, so it's definitely this one. Okay, let's try this again. Download all files. Save. Go back up. Okay. Give me a second here. Nope. Bring you back to the screen. Oh, you can't clone them. Okay, clone. 3. Clone. 3. Clone. 3. All right, so we got 4 vices. Now we will grab this. I made a ABS Plus. Standard should be just fine. Let's see how long this will need to print for. It's going to be like hours for sure. 5 hours, 55 minutes. I don't feel like we need this brim. You know what? Let's leave it. If it's going to make the part more successful, we're going to leave it. I'm just going to move these parts over so they're not in the brim. I know it'll make more travel moves, but it's okay. Okay. 5 hours, 56 minutes. Export G-code. And then Elegoo. Got to import G-code. Open 6-hour print. How much filament? 134 grams. So nothing. Okay, and then here's the screen. Start print. We're going to do the heated bed leveling. Send it. Now the camera should be over here. Okay, now I can go get coffee. All right, I'll be right back. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. And I am back. Here we go. Yeah, anyways. So, let me put away my mics. I peeked outside the window. Looks like one of my packages has arrived. However, let me just unplug all this stuff and shove it over to the side for me never to fix it again. Come on. There we go. Okay, shove, 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 shove. All right, so here's how the package arrived. With this fantastic, thank you for the welcome back, with this fantastic tape job. Let's see what state it is. I'll have to be careful when I open it because this is a multi-order thing. So there might be my address on some of the envelopes inside there. Let me check. This one? No. I don't think so. Okay, well anyways. Oh, something is stuck. Okay, that is stuck on there. So first and foremost, we have AMS 1117. We have all sorts of voltages. We should have the voltages we need for making the mic pack into a linear. Let me see here. You can just barely see that is a 5 volt. Very hard to get the lettering on there. But that is indeed a 5.0. There, you can see that one a little bit better. 1.8. Is that a 1.8? Yep, 1.8 volts. Are we missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's 10. Jesus, it's hard. I'm just trying to see for me first. This is an adjustable one. I have a bunch of these already, but it came in a kit. There we go. ADJ, you can barely see that. Then this one, 1.5 volts, so that's the one we're going to be using. So that's good. So hard to see. 2.5 volts. 3.3 and 1.2. So a whole bunch of AMS 1117 regulators. There we go. What else we got in here? Aha! This is way bigger than I thought. So this is a spudger. They looked tiny on the listing. It's basically a piece of shim stock that you can run underneath of screens and stuff. I thought that would be about half this size. So yeah, interesting. Okay. Here's a bunch of TP 4056 with the DW01 protection. So there's the TP 4056. DW01 protection is here. And then I think this is a MOSFET. I think so. But most importantly, USB Type-C. Very important. USB Type-C. That's the way to go. This is a skincare kit. This is for popping pimples. But the reason I got it is because they've got like all sorts of barbaric tools. But the reason I got it is because it's got these nice little... So you got these nice little picks that you can use for flipping open connectors. This was very inexpensive. This looks like, honestly, like a barbarian's toolkit. Look at this sharp pick. Why would you use this on yourself? So like this, I get. You can, pop your pimples or whatever you do with them. Again, for popping. And this though, look at these little tweezers. Look at how small. You got some dental tools for the same reason. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So look how nice and sharp that is. That's good. Grab little components. There's another, here's a dental type tool. See a nice little sharp pick. Looks good. Oh, I feel like this is going to slide off. So here's a pin. Oh, it's offset. That's okay. Another one of these pimply tools. Look at these tiny little tweezers. It is so small. The tip is so fine on that. So when you're like filling up your AliExpress cart to get a discount, grab yourself one of these. Some more barbaric tools here. Here's another pokey needle. Another sort of like ring thing. Another ring thing with another pokey needle. I don't know how many of these you need. And here we go, little tiny little grippers. So yeah, these are only a couple bucks. So if you need to make like a minimum order amount, works out well for that. Next is this one. I don't quite remember what this is, but as soon as I see it, I'll be like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly what I said. This is exciting. Oh, I didn't know they came with the tubes too. Oh, that's good. So I actually ordered some of this before, but it never came in. So this is like the Lure Lock syringe with a little pusher. But this is the cool part. This is the portion that you can press to actually get stuff out. So finally, I'll be able to have this guy all set up. So here we go. So there's two in here. These are inexpensive again. Kind of a pain in the butt to do this every time, huh? I guess you only do it once and then you leave it loaded. So these are very cheap. They're made of plastic. They do sell metal ones. I thought these were metal, but I guess not. Ugh. Okay, so jam this back in. Okay, so this goes in like so. This goes over like so. And then this you just thread in. And then you can just squeeze out a little bit. This is probably too much angle. And you can use this to squeeze out a little bit of, excuse me. You can use this to squeeze out a little bit of flux. And I think you should really have this like down so this is like flush almost. There we go. So, oh, no, need a little bit more than that. There we go. So just like that. Then you give this a little squeeze and then you'll get your flux out. Is there anything I don't give a flux about? I also would like to have it in here, have this needle, but I don't want it to dry out. I need to make a little cap for this that fits on top of the needle. But, well, essentially, this is what she looks like. Give this a squeeze. There we go. So you get a fine little delivery of flux. But now, I don't have a way to cap this. I love a cap that slips on there. It's not good at releasing pressure, but it's good at holding it. So that's good. I'm gonna see if I can just put this like on a magnet somewhere, so it's not like oozing all the time, and we'll see if it dries out. If it dries out, we'll have to make a cap for it. But there we go. So I've got 2 in this package. So I should be able to have one for my solder and one for my flux. So that's nice. Comes with the... Oh, this one came with 2 needles. Oh, so did this one. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's like a caulking gun. You can 3D print these things. I've tried before on a shittier 3D printer and it didn't work. So maybe now with this better 3D printer, that'll be better. But yeah, this will just go into my soldering stuff. And next time we need to use some flux, we will use it. Lastly, I put this in to fill up my cart. Just tape up the tip. I mean, I guess I could. It's still squirting out because there's pressure in the tube. Yeah. So someone will have to help me find the instructions for this, or maybe I'll just go check it out. Oh God. Okay, someone want to get the QR code on that? 66811. Here's the QR code. This is a Lego robot. We can build it now, but essentially, this is just to fill my AliExpress cart. But at the same time, I wanted to check out these Lego motors and Lego batteries. So think this was like $6 or $7. Oh, there's no batteries in this. I do need a bin for that. Okay, these take double A's. 6 of them. Okay, good to know. So let's get the instructions for this. I feel like we can build this in like 15 minutes or whatever it may be. Let me see here. AliExpress. Here, actually, I'm gonna go get the actual thing I ordered, and I'll post it in there, an affiliate link for you guys. My orders. This guy. It was 958 Kazakhstan kopecks. Link, copy, like so, and pin this message. And then I'll grab it over here. Go away. So this is what it's going to be. It's going to be one of these walk-in robots. Let's go find the instructions for it. Oh, no instructions. Where do I get the instructions from? I mean, there's not a lot to it. We could probably figure it out. Hexapod. Oh, shit. Thank you. Instructions. Instructions. There is a QR code. I'm a little scared of scanning it. Hey, ITT, how are you? This looks like it's printing all right. Okay, let's scan the QR code. Brings me to a .cn site. Oh, it's a PDF. No. 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 66811. No. MOC 66811. Nice. Six 66811. Okay. I mean, there can't be that many. Hexapod. Don't tell me this is an original creation. Yeah. I do have a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, Chinese PDF. No, I do have a Raspberry Pi I could set up as a sandbox. Oh, wait, this is a 44. They gave me the wrong code. 66844. Look, Banggood has it. No, they don't. Nope, that's not it at all. Assembly instructions. This is not. Just, they say refer to the visual. AKA, and we didn't want to do it. Okay. Let's see what the eBay sellers say. Do they have instructions? Pay attention about the negative side of the battery. Yeah. Nope. And then just be a stolen US PDF? No. No, I don't think so. Let's try. Oh, sorry, we can't find that page. Very clear assembly instructions. Where? Well, we could try to do it visually. Okay, let's try to intuit this. I'm not opening a Chinese PDF. It doesn't quite look that complicated. Ooh, why? Okay, so battery box. Probably, can I put batteries in after? No. No, you cannot. Okay, let's put batteries in first. It doesn't look like you can access the batteries afterwards. Let me just check. That means the switch. No, you can. It's upside down in the image. Oh, you losers. No, you can't. Okay, in their diagram, they have this sitting. Yeah, no, you can't, because it goes away from the switch, and the switch is up top. So we got to put batteries in. So we have to hope that it's going to be okay with rechargeable cells, because that's all I got. Okay, they're in parallel. It does say AA. Ooh, that's a tight fit. I've just like tripled the weight of this whole apparatus. Okay, negative. Yeah, either we have 3 volts or we have 1.5. Jesus, this weighs a ton now. Okay, we've got power. We'll measure the voltage later. Okay, so this is a main body, main brain box. Now, looks like we have some, looks like we have a frame. Let me just check here. We have a blue part in the front. I see no blue parts. Okay. Okay. This is starting well. This is starting well. We have some, okay, we have some orange L's in the front. Looks like we have a shaft through them all. This is not simple. Okay, I could tell you something for sure. These are the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You only have Chinese PDF. Usually the things I buy from AliExpress are typically copies, like fakes of legit things, and so I usually go straight to the legit things. So like, for example, I buy Chinese Lego all the time, like all the time. I've got a couple sets, and what I do is I go to the Lego official site and use the official instructions. There are very slight variations, but for the most part, they are perfect. Okay, done. Now the joints, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they go onto here. So thankfully, we're going to eliminate a lot of these parts by repetition. They're on the very top, yet they are. Like this. I should probably set these down up higher so you guys can see them. I definitely buy a lot of fakes. I love Lego. Can't afford Lego. What can I say? I get about 3 sets for the price of 1. Okay. So that's good. They have pins through them this way. So we're quickly chomping through these. The thing that is going to be very important for this is timing, right? The gear timing is going to be very important for proper walking. But I guess we can figure it out. Okay, so those are all done. Next, they go into a long white piece. So looks like the longest white piece are these two, and then there's slightly shorter white pieces. That doesn't seem to add up with what I can see. Let me check the diagram a little closer here. Ouch. Screen. Okay, looks like the long white piece might be the top. Yeah, it looks like this one is longer. So now we have to guess. It's like, how many holes back? 1, 2, 3, 4 holes back from the front. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4, 8, and 12. Let's say this is the front. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it looks like one hexapod side. And then for the other side, 4, 8, and 12. So it looks like we got our two sides. And these should be top or bottom? Top. Top. Yep, top. Okay, so it looks like we've got that done. Open that Chinese PDF on Sandbox PC, then take a screenshot. Yeah, for sure. Or re-export it, or print it, like physically, physical print. Lots of things you can do. Still, I can't believe how heavy this thing is. Okay, so for the frame rails, it looks like this is part of it. It looks like this goes like this. So like that. I'm not familiar enough with Lego. That looks like that. So these go together. I don't know how they connected one another. And then this connects to the upper of our leg. So let's see if we can connect this to the upper with a, looks like it's a black connector. Like that. And like that. And then black connector like that. And then like that. So that looks correct, like that. But now this connects here. Looks like there's an orange connector, maybe? I don't have any orange connectors. So this is where it kind of falls apart. Okay, so that I don't know. We do have a long shaft going through the center. So I've hit a fence here. Let's see. If any of you has a sandbox set up, feel free to. I'll show you the QR code again if you want. But don't go if you don't have a sandbox. I don't want you to get internet stomped. So got the black connector here. I don't know what connects these together. I have an idea. Save. Sure, screenshot 3. Give me a second. Desktop. All right, let's try this. Like it brings me to this. Don't know, just looking for somewhere that has the instructions. We've been on this site multiple times now. A slightly different angle though. This angle we haven't seen before. Comes with a physical copy of the instruction booklet. This brings me to the same shop. You can check oops. Or MLC Hexapod. Lego. Brick. Let's try Amazon.com. MLC Hexapod. Technic not working. Block. Nope. Give me a second. Let's see if we can. There we go. Switched it to Beverly Hills 90210. Okay, what was that number? MOC 6 whatever. Nope. This is becoming quite challenging. Sitecraft. Same thing. It brings me to this weird website, like AI generated store that dropship stuff. Weird, huh? Joom. Asking you notifications. Block. Full description. Oh! We are getting more photos though. Okay. This is key. Look at all the look at all the pins here. There's a black pin here. Yes. Okay, were we correct on our count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, we are correct on our count. Okay, we can use this info. Yes. Okay, so this is the front. This is the back. And you got the L with black pin, black pin, black pin. So black pin, skip one, black pin. Wait, this might skip one too. It does. Okay, so black pin, skip, black pin, skip. Yes. Yes, we are winning. We are winning. Okay, so in the back, so we have this shorter one, and it's like down here. Then we have this, which goes up like this. So black pin, black pin, black pin, and that goes, where does it go? It goes right on the end of this. Hang on a sec. Right on the end of this, and then connects to here. No, connects to here. There we go. Yes, we are winning. We will win the battle. This is the final battle. Three. That connects to here. And then this bad boy connects to here. Perfect. Now definitely there's going to be some pins connecting to there. Yes. Okay, so let's try to figure out those front pins. So there's definitely one black pin there. Doesn't look like there's a black pin there. There's definitely a black pin. Definitely a black pin there. And we can put all these gears too. This one I don't know what it hooks up to, but this one is yellow pin, so I'm guessing they're all yellow pins. So let's do the middle one. The middle one and the back one are definitely yellow pins. Oops, I didn't switch you. Okay. So if I look from the bottom, so that is, I'm looking at this. Okay, we definitely need a yellow pin. Oh, I don't know how to count that. This one. This one. Yeah, yellow pin there. And yellow pin. I think it's 2 over there. So those 2 yellow pins are good. Then this guy goes in here. And then this guy goes in here. And they mesh. Okay. Let me just see what pins the legs use. Gray pin. Gray pin. Really? I love Lego. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gray pin. And on the 4th, yes. Yes. So I think it would follow this and this. Okay. Okay. And then what's the timing? This looks like it's forward. We can fix the timing later, to be honest. And then this goes forward like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're doing it. We are absolutely doing it. So that means one of these has to be a drive sprocket. So maybe it's this one in the front. It actually does look like it's probably this one in the front. Okay, let's get our other one done. So what reference did we use? Okay, so it's this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and they now mesh. Then we also put one in the back here, this guy, and this guy. Oh yeah, Lego is fantastic. The wife and I have had, it's been a while now, but had Lego dates where we just build Lego together, and then that's not correct. And then she'd show me what she's working on, I'd show her what I'm working on. It was very cool. Okay. Which way is the front? I think it's this way. They aiming forward? Yeah, aiming forward. Okay. And this guy will set up. We'll deal with the timing after. I just want to get this less floopy. Okay, so far. Oh, timing is wrong. They are smashing into each other. Oh, actually, no. It's fine. You got frustrated. It's just following instructions though, right? Okay. So this is definitely going to be a drive wheel. So this is almost certainly a gear like this. That's almost for sure like that. That means this is almost for sure one of these. Okay, we are progressing. Okay, so that's cool. But now we are definitely missing like the mechanics of it. How will it work? Screen. It annoys you very rapidly. Interesting. That's how I feel when I'm coding. Okay, we see like a gray bar across this. It's good to know. So, oh, this could be a full shaft here. No, they're not full shafts. Look, they're beige. So this one being gray means that's a full shaft. Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm working with now. So it looks like, oh, I see. These pieces have things to hold the shaft. How many shafts do we have? We have a lot of shafts. That's an interesting perspective, guys. I actually like hearing that, because I would have never thought that it would be frustrating. Like, to me, this is a bit frustrating because I don't have the instructions. But other than that, I'm chill. Like, I love it. Okay, we have one more idler gear somewhere here. Here's the idler gear. How does this hold on to anything? This doesn't have, it's not attached to anything. It just sits there. That doesn't seem right. There's nothing attaching this. It just sits in there. Very interesting. Also, we've got these frame rails, which would seem to go like this. I think. I can't see it from my angle, but it does attach not to the bottom, so it must attach to the top. We know we have a shaft going across. This is a long shaft. This must be the shaft going across. What is this for? Huh. Oh, I think I see what it's for. Maybe it's this part? Could it be? No, I don't think so. No, I've got that part. Okay, so I think I know how this is attached. It's back here in blue. So if it's blue, then this attaches to this. This attaches to this. I generally use your brain. Oh, you have the same problem as coding. Okay, interesting. I thought coding was natural to you. I got that impression. I don't remember how I got that impression, but I got that impression from you. Because yeah, my brain in coding does not function, does not compute. Okay, we're making progress here. We're making progress. We're probably gonna have to slide things in and out because things won't fit properly there, but we're making progress. So that is figured. Okay, I think I got the gist of this. Brain goes foggy, sometimes you forget what you're doing. Your brain doesn't want to learn to program. Yeah, mine neither. God damn it, I'm trying so hard and got so far, but in the end it didn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end it didn't even matter. I put my trust in you. Something as far as I could go in all this. There's only one thing you should know. Okay, so if I put this in here, there's definitely going to be some pins missing. And then I put, there's something that holds it there. And I don't know which, this. Yeah, it's this. And then this. Might have to disassemble this all over again. Is this in the wrong hole? That's in the wrong hole. Like so. Like so. Illness meds, yeah. Sorry about your age there, Franco. If it makes you feel better, I'm getting old too. Meds, illness, tired. So much crap we have to deal with as humans. It's not fair. It's definitely unfair. Just trying to shove this shaft in. This is not the way to build this, by the way. Nothing is in place because I don't know which pins to use where. There we go. Oh, put that upside down. It's okay, pull this apart. Looks like I did this as the most difficult way possible. There. Okay, so that's done. I have no idea, like the inner construction, the underside. Really don't know how to secure that. We have a gear that goes in between these two. The only way you can have a gear is if it has a shaft. So maybe you have to pull this apart. Body isn't designed for this planet. Yeah, we need lighter weight, huh? In the end, though, isn't that the beauty, the escapism of like Star Trek and stuff? So you get to live out your fantasies of living in a better world. We need... Can't be this, can it? Could be. Oh no, this has to be a long shaft. No. The driven is this one. So this has to be a long shaft. Ugh. Needs to be relatively centered. There we go. Now, does this gear fit in between here? It does. So this goes through here. Ah, I see what's holding it. There's must be pins on the front there. Okay, making a lot of sense. Must be pins here. There we go. Now this actually can't do that, so pull it back out. Flip this up. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. That motor will spin this gear. And now something has to link these two sides together. Let's pull this apart. So we do have holes here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put pins in here. I'm just going to make an assumption here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put pins in here. This is all assumptions. I haven't actually checked if this will line up. Okay, like so. This should spin. Maybe not yet. I'm going to disconnect these like so. And then I'm going to put this in here. And I think I will put actually a black pin. Just looking at where it lines up. I think this will be a black pin in here. Again, just assumption. Black pin in like that. And this gearbox assembly go together like that. And then I'll take this one, put the black pin in here. Lift that over, put that in like that. And then this guy go together like so. And like so. That looks correct to me. And in fact, I'm going to put on these gears. I'm going to put this guy in, gray pin to gray pin, 2, 3, 4, and then this, and then gray pin. Whoa, oh, here it is. Gray pin to gray pin. There we go. Okay. So the bottom now looks just like what I'm seeing on the screen. I may have the timing off. That's okay. We're going to deal with timing after. And then this is going to sit like on here. What did Johnny say? Oh, PLA supports with PTG print totally failed. That sucks. So now we just need to hook up, because like this will go, let me take a look at what I'm looking at here. So I don't see the black runner. It's inside here. There's the black runner in there. Can't exactly tell, but this will be lined up with the front here, and looks like there's a rod through it, like a shaft through it. We do have a shaft left. Put the shaft through here. Now there must be something in the front that'll accept a shaft. Let me check the front. Nope, nothing accepts a shaft. Just goes right through here. Okay. Okay, front is this way, like so. Like so. Oh, not clocked properly. Oops, not even the right end. That's the problem. Oh. Like so, like so. Okay, now should be some space to put pins in. So let's go, what do I have? 4 black pins. 2, 3, 4. Let's go okay, let's go here. I think it was here. And here. I need to split these apart. This is the problem with no instructions. You have to go back and forth a little bit. It was here. Where's the front? This way. Pop those in. Pop this in. Okay, put, what side, where were they? Here. And here. And then we'll just try to set this down. Oh my God. Very finicky. Okay, we're going to just try to set this down on top here. Okay. Put this up. Okay, I can see now that you can put the batteries after. Because it flips up. That's the whole point here. That's the whole goal. Okay, we're going to set this down onto here. Did that just assemble? I think I got it. Okay. Still some parts left. So the eyeballs will hook up like so. And two. Yeah, it looks like the battery will tilt up. Also, the timing is probably off here, so let's not like put a high chance of success. So now I have these parts left, and something needs to hold the back together. Okay, so this T, like this, maybe this goes like this, and then that hooks onto there. Oops, you guys can't see. Webcam. So maybe this hooks on like that. What does this do? That looks like a strengthening piece that goes in between these two to me. Do I have any? Oh, there's another. Okay, the fact that I have two of these feels like that goes in like that. And this goes in like this, and this goes in like this to lock this down. I have to say it's much more relaxing with the instructions, but we did manage. / are currently managing. This don't fit. Doesn't fit very nicely though. Ugh. I mean, that should fit on there. Sometimes it's just the Chinese pieces. Oops, made the eyes go flying. There we go. So that fits on there, but now will this fit on here? There we go, that's locked in. So I guess the last thing is this, like what? Where does that go? Anyways, you guys want to see if it works? Okay, here goes nothing. Two spare parts. Oh. Okay, so we need to mess with timing. So let's look here. What do we got here? So it looks like front leg is far back, rear leg is far back, and then this one is sort of like clocked weird. Yeah, I see that. The legs aren't synchronized. Okay, so if we were to go back here, So if we were to just, I mean, this is good, right? Far forward. Seems like this is a tooth. This has got to be a tooth off here. No. This is a tooth off. This one's hard. This one's going to be hard to move. So let's move this one. Okay, so that's far forward. This one needs to be far forward as well. Okay, so these two are far forward. Now we need this one to be back and down. Okay, that looks good to me. The batteries in here, they're just, they will flip, this thing flips up. You just disconnect this little piece there and up it goes. All right, now this needs to be far back. So that'll be problematic. So we can hold that pin. There we go. This will be far back. This one has to be far back. So this is actually needs to go a little bit of a turn. Like so. It's far back. And this will have to be forward at a weird angle. I think we're almost there, so I'm just going to pull that out. Okay, so let's see if that works. Oh. It does work. Oh, I think one of the legs are borked. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, see, that destroyed the timing now. That little gear popping out destroyed the timing. So let's see. Let's see if we can get it so that this one is far back. We get this, put it far back. There we go. Should work again. That'd be funny if it fell back onto its legs. Yeah, it's very finicky. It's super heavy up top. I think that's the issue. Very cool little motion. That little motor is trying hard. There we go. So let's check the system voltage here. Also, almost time for lunch for me, so this is kind of good timing. Let's check. Let's check it out now. Funk Soul Brother right about now. Funk Soul Brothers. Vero will love it. She'll think it's all right. Okay. What? We got 8 volts DC. So they're in series, but they all go in the same way. Ugh. Get off of there. Oh, every time you flip that, the eyeballs go flying. They all go in the same way, so they must be adjusted, like they must be wired internally. Huh. Well, let's see if we can investigate how this works. Get out of there. So the thing with the Chinese bricks versus the legit ones is that the Chinese bricks are under no obligation to follow safety protocols. So you get a situation where these things are usually easier to dismantle than the Chinese alternatives. Oh, you know what? Where's my big flooper? There it is. I don't think that's strong enough. Because like, looks like this tray will just pull right out of here, but I need to press that little button in there. Oh, what an idiot. How's it going, Gerald? Have you been here the whole time? I know you were here earlier. Yeah, I mean, it was a choice, right, to put a screw. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's how, oh, I see. They did left to right to left to right. I see. So there, through, then across. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. This is probably some of the thinnest gauge wire I've ever seen. It's like 99% insulation. Yeah, these just link from one side to the other. And then you got your switch. Oh my God, look at the contacts. The contacts for this, it's just pin headers. Oh, that is cool. They are just pin headers. Well, that is awesome. That is very, very cool. And then, oh, they have little runners here to keep them. Could be implemented on a 3D printer. Yeah, absolutely. Here, we'll flip this all the way this way. And then they have runners. It just slides right in. Just got to catch the switch. Yep. There we go. Clip that side in. Grab the little screw, put it back in here. Brilliant, I say. Good design. Very good design. I like it. Just gonna grab a little bigger screw. Don't know where my screwdriver went. I swear it was on the table here. Oh, here. What do those connectors look like on the outside? Well, I will show you. Let me get this back together. Look at that. There's the little pin headers hanging out there. And then this just clips right in like this. What a great idea. And look, the motor cable has 4 wires, right? Because it can grab all 4. What a fantastic little toy. Now I'm wondering if this is actually meant to slide this in like so. Slide this in like so. If it's not just meant to, hang on a second here. Put this back together. Put it on here. Looks like I have to do it all at once. If I put this together, I'm wondering if it's just meant to lift this way. Because then your eyeballs wouldn't pop off every time. There's the eyeballs. And then to re, you would just shut this. And then you pop this through. I think this is maybe the way it was meant to be. Push that through like that. And then if you want to remove it, you need a little bit of a pokey thing. And you pokey it out. And then you lift it like that. Doesn't have quite the clearance I would expect it to. Oh, there we go. Then you switch your batteries. This is cool. Easy to make a connector? Yeah, absolutely. I like it. I like it. This is my first like electrical Lego build, but I'm thinking it might be a cool thing for the future. This needs to be clocked properly, I still think so. Cool. All right. So, learning about the connector was worth the assembly. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I want to do Lego trains. So I wanted to see how the power system worked, and pretty simple, actually. I just wonder, this must go, this must be like a subframe brace. It must go back here. So it must be for that. You probably pull this apart. And then you pop this guy in. I'm really flexing this plastic more than it should be. There we go. So there. Put a license plate bracket in the back. So that must be that. And then I have an extra piece. I'll just pop it on there. That's it. I got all the pieces in now. Yeah, stress test. Exactly. So, yeah, that is that. I'm going to go have lunch with my lovely wife. Don't know yet if there's a stream tomorrow. I've got something to do. If I do it today, stream tomorrow. If I don't, no stream tomorrow. I'll have to do it tomorrow. But yeah, so that'll be that. So look forward on Patreon. I should have both videos posted at some point in the near future. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to work on some more videos. Have a good day, guys. I really hope to catch you in the next one. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for listening to my insane rantings as I had to figure this thing out. But it did work in the end. So we're good to go. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a good one. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.